Hello there! Where we left off in the last look back, Disney was experiencing some minor misfires with films like Hercules and Mulan. However, entering the new millennium, the studio was hoping to wow the audience again with that first independent foray into computer animation with Dinosaur. This was a massively expensive project that had been in the making for many years, going as far back as the late 1980s. The idea of dinosaurs dealing with extinction from a meteorite crashing down to Earth originated with, of all people, RoboCop director Paul Verhoeven. The script went around Disney for a while, before being shelved when the animated musical renaissance began. With the increasing hype surrounding the first computer-animated feature, Toy Story, Michael Eisner decided to dust off the original script and suggested using the latest technology to create a CGI epic, but with a twist. The backgrounds would be filmed on location in Venezuela to give it a realistic feel. Then he decided to make the dinosaurs talk. The final result was a visually impressive production that had a lot of hype riding from it due to a teaser trailer featuring the film's epic opening. In addition to a scene when an asteroid destroys an island of lemurs, Dinosaur was somewhat ordinary. The story was rather cliched and the voices proved unnecessary, but it was definitely amazing to look at, which kept our interest for the running time. Unfortunately, after a strong opening weekend, films started to fall considerably each week, leading to the very pricey project barely making back its budget. This resulted in major cutbacks on Disney's future projects, which didn't help the fact that their next film, Kingdom of the Sun, was experiencing a really troubled production. This dramatic Incan musical epic was created by Roger Allers, the co-director of Disney's biggest hit, The Lion King. Similar to how that film was partly inspired by William Shakespeare's Hamlet, this story was based off of Mark Twain's classic tale, The Prince and the Pauper, as it was to be about a selfish emperor who switches places with a look-alike llama herder. However, the film ended up running into story problems, so Disney brought in Mark Dindal, put a more comedic spin on it. Disappointed at how the studio was treating his pet project, Allers left the film. With not long to set release date, Kingdom of the Sun went into major story and production changes at the last minute. Most of Sting's songs were dropped, a love interest was deleted, and Owen Wilson was replaced by John Goodman in the role of the kindly llama herder. And instead of being a retelling of Prince and the Pauper, the film instead revolved around the Emperor turning into a llama and constantly being chased by his former advisor and his dim-witted assistant. Disney didn't exactly give The Emperor's New Groove the usual massive publicity they usually award their animated productions, but it did well enough at the box office, and its home video release was a massive hit, especially with the adult demographic who took to its unique and offbeat brand of humor, hence giving it quite a cult following. While The Emperor's New Groove turned out to be an excellent and fresh comedy from the Disney studios, ultimately we'll never know how Kingdom of the Sun would have turned out. Sting's wife made a documentary about the production troubles surrounding the film, but Disney has refused to release it. As of now, all we have are a couple of deleted songs featured on the soundtrack, including Snuff Out the Light, a big musical number sung by Eartha Kitt and animated by Yzma's original animator, Andres Deja. But in its final form, The Emperor's New Groove nonetheless stands as one of Disney's best works.
You threw off my groove!
I'm sorry, but you've thrown off the Emperor's groove.
Sorry! You were saying?
In 2001, Disney prepared to release one of the most expensive films to date, an original story that detailed the expedition to find the sunken city of Atlantis, the Lost Empire. A lot of time was spent on combining CGI with hand-drawn animation effectively, but the result was a dull affair with one-dimensional characters that had little personality. The story was unengaging and the animation style just did not mesh well. Atlantis was a failure at the box office, failing to recoup its cost, but something else was in its way to becoming a financial success. A green ogre named Shrek.